Welcome back to the Center for Geospatial Analytics Compelling Research Presentations video series. In video 3, we covered how to make a talk engaging. Now we'll cover how to make an engaging talk. In my experience, making an engaging talk is all about organization. I often find that the best speakers make their work sound very straightforward, even though it was probably very complicated. And the best slide designs look simple and effortless, even though they really required a lot of thought and planning. So it's very important to plan out how you want your slides to look and what you want to say. Before you even open PowerPoint or Google Slides, I suggest taking a sheet of paper or opening a Word doc or a Google Doc and just sketching out an outline of what you want to cover. This will help you to organize your thoughts, decide what is most important, what you really need to include, and what you can leave out. It will also help you to plan what should go on each of your slides and which words and particularly which images you will use. Then, as you put your slides together, check to make sure everything is flowing nicely. I also cannot say this enough. Practice, practice, practice. Practice on your own. Practice out loud, even if you're alone in a room. But also practice with someone who can give you constructive feedback, whether that's a classmate or a colleague or a member of your family or a friend. Essentially, someone who can give you feedback on your presentation and see if it's understandable to them. This last piece goes along with practice. Make sure that you keep to your allotted time. In a nutshell, it's respectful to your audience. In an online environment, if you run long, people are just going to move on to something else. And in a conference setting, when there are speakers before you and after you, keeping to time will make the organizer happy, and it will make your captive audience happy too. Now, another advantage of good preparation and organization, besides making a good impression on your audience, is that it should help give you, the speaker, confidence. It is very common to get nervous before a presentation. Even speakers who give amazing presentations often get nervous beforehand. But there are some things that can help you. First, I like to say that any talk you give is essentially a performance, and it can be helpful to adopt a performance persona. Particularly for very introverted people, giving a talk can be exhausting. I like to suggest stepping outside of yourself and realizing that you are putting on a show. A very genuine show, a very truthful show, but certainly you can think of there being a difference between perhaps the very introverted person that you are and the performer who is giving the talk. I also suggest that you practice your talk enough so that you know it well and memorize your opening line to get you going. It's not essential that you memorize your entire talk, but people tend to be most nervous at the beginning of their presentations, so it can help to hit the ground running with a memorized line. You may also want to pay close attention to memorizing transitions between slides or between different portions of your talk. Also, realize and rely on your own expertise. No one is going to know your work better than you because you're the one who did it. And anticipate questions with additional material. I often have extra slides in my talk that come after my acknowledgement slide, maybe graphs or something else that I didn't have room for in the main talk, but which could come in handy if a question came up about it. In the next video, we're going to move on to the Compelling Presentations Masterclass. But first, some food for thought. How do you prepare for a conference talk or other research presentation? What advice would you give someone before their first talk? See you in video 5.